Hey Squishies, welcome back to another vlog. This is Steven Universe, Season 3, Episodes 24 and 25, I believe. Back to the Moon and Bubbled. So, I guess for you it would be last week. In talking about everything else that happened in those episodes, I left out two rather significant things, both of which came back in Back to the Moon. One is the return of the Ruby Squad, which continue to be hilarious. And the other was Pink Diamond, who Jasper had told Steven that Rose Quartz did something to Pink Diamond, and that was why that Pink Diamond had been both Jasper and Rose Quartz's diamond, and Rose Quartz did something to her, and that was why Jasper had so much hatred for Rose. Now, we get what appears to be confirmation from a Ruby who says they were there, that Rose shattered Pink Diamond. And Steven is understandably distraught by this. He insists it's something that Rose would never, could never do. But Garnet and Pearl are notably silent and upset on the subject. Pearl is near tears. Garnet has her fist clenched when Steven makes this declaration. I think we have to accept that it's true. And this casts new light on everything in Bismuth, because there are two possibilities. Either Rose shattered Pink Diamond and later had the argument about shattering with Bismuth, which, if Bismuth knew that Rose had shattered Pink Diamond, would have also added hypocrisy onto her list of Rose's flaws, which is entirely possible. It's entirely possible that she saw Rose as a hypocrite, and that's part of why she was angry. That it's okay for Rose to kill people, but not anybody else. We don't know what the circumstances were exactly. It may be that Rose was... the most likely scenario from what we know of Rose is that she was protecting someone and shattered Pink Diamond to protect them. In which case, Bismuth shouting about, you won't protect your own soldiers, in that context, makes it seem like maybe part of her anger is that Rose was willing to shatter gems to protect humans, perhaps, or the Earth, but not the other crystal gems. Of course, it's also possible that Rose shattered Pink Diamond and regretted it, and decided that she and her army would never shatter anyone again. Changing your mind is not the same thing as being a hypocrite. There's also the other way around, that Rose shattered Pink Diamond after bubbling Bismuth, which actually would make a fairly high degree of sense, because it would give a good reason for the Homeworld Gems to retreat if their leader was killed. So that's a possibility. But then that means that she spent all that time she bubbled her friend because she didn't believe in shattering gems, and then something happened that pushed her to do it. That's, either way of looking at it, that's a tragedy. But more important still, I think, is Steven's insistence that he won't do it. It's something that Rose would never do, and by extension he would never do. Because he does. When he hits that panel and sucks the rubies out into space to protect himself and his friends, he is dooming them to drift in space forever. There's virtually no chance that those rubies will be found or rescued. They will spend forever drifting, which sounds like a way worse punishment than being bubbled. It's not quite the same as being dead, but again, it's almost worse. But in that moment, he's doing whatever it takes to protect himself and his friends. It's a very Rose-like thing to do, based on everything we've heard about her. And so, yeah, I don't think it will happen that he does, but I think it is something that Steven is capable of under the right circumstances. Because the truth is, it's something that everyone is capable of under the right circumstances. There are no monsters in the world. There are only people. And people can be corrupted. They can lose their way. They can, do awful, awful things, but they remain people. All the worst things which people have ever done to other people were done by people. They weren't possessed by demons. They weren't driven to do it by some kind of mental illness. And we know that because for any given mental illness, there are people who have it that don't do things like that. And there are people who aren't mentally ill who do things like that. Pick any crime and any mental illness, and you will find people who have the mental illness that don't commit the crime, and people who commit the crime that don't have the mental illness. It's not what causes it. What causes it is that human beings are capable of horrible things. There are horrible things within the range of normal human behavior. And that's something that I think most people don't want to believe. Because if that's true, then the only difference between you and the monsters is an ongoing choice not to do it. An ongoing choice not to act on your worst impulses. An ongoing choice not to dismiss the feelings of others. An ongoing choice to care about what happens to other people. And because it's an ongoing choice, that means that you could choose otherwise at any time. Anyone could choose otherwise at any time. And that's scary. But it is what it is. That's what it is to be human, and that's what it is to be a gem. And Steven made a choice, which under the circumstances, I think you can make a pretty good case for it being, if not the best possible choice. There might have been another way, but it was at least the best possible choice he could see available to him. And he did it. He sucked all those rubies out into space. And I think all this kind of makes me think about, again, all these Steven Amethyst parallels we got in the last couple episodes, where I think the same thing is going on with Amethyst spending the whole last episode trying to be Jasper. In part, that's a sort of visual riff on the fact that she spent the last few episodes trying to out Jasper by trying to attack her head on and beat her in pure strength. And so now, she's straining and struggling to try to pretend to be Jasper. Because she's not, and we know now that she is very much not. She is who she is. And Stephen is who he is. And good and bad, he's got to accept that. And so that, I think, is what Bubbled is about, as we get into that episode. Stephen tries to connect with Eyeball. He tries to find some way that they can be friends, because that is Stephen's impulse. Stephen wants to be friends with everyone he meets. And Eyeball is having none of it. Eyeball hates Stephen for what Rose did to Pink Diamond. And for what Stephen did to Eyeball and the other rubies. She was, her group was torn apart and scattered, and in all probability will never be found. They're lost forever because of Stephen. And that's the thing, is that strengthens that parallel between Stephen's actions against the rubies and Rose's shattering of Pink Diamond. That Stephen is to blame. He admits it. It is his fault that the rubies are scattered. And he tries to make up for it. He tries to find common ground. He tries to connect, but in the end, Eyeball is having none of it and just keeps trying to kill him. And Stephen has to push her out. He has no choice. It comes down to, he can continue trying to connect with her, or he can do what he has to do to stay safe. And he makes his choice. And it's the same choice he made by opening the airlock. And so Ruby is lost in space. Eyeball is lost in space. And then he's found and rescued, of course, as we knew he would be. And the song that's been playing in the ending credits through the whole series to this point. The ending credits have always been variations on the same song. And now we hear the whole thing. And I think it's Rose singing to Stephen. Even though the two of them never met, can never meet, I still think it is the song Rose would sing to Stephen if she knew Stephen. Because it's a woman singing to someone who has a capacity to love that is astounding to them. It's a woman singing who feels, guilt and self-loathing. She says, it's a line something like, that she knows that she's bad because you're great and I'm nothing like you. That, it's a woman who wants desperately to have that capacity to love. She first says that she could learn how to love, and then in other verses she says learn how to love like you, like the person she's singing to. And I think that's gotta be Stephen. I think the more I'm talking, the more I think probably Rose shattering Pink Diamond was the end of the Gem War. I think that it's what caused the Diamonds to retreat. I think it's what caused them to use whatever last-ditch doomsday weapon that was that Centipede described, the light and the song that corrupted all the gems on Earth, except the handful Rose could protect. I think she blames herself for that. I think she blames herself for not having sufficient capacity to love to find another way. To find a way that didn't involve shattering, that didn't result in a backlash. Or not. It's pure speculation. Regardless, I do feel like that is Rose singing to Stephen. That she wishes she could have learned to love like him. It was a really good season finale. And as I said last video, I think it was last video, I'm just gonna keep going. There's no way I'm stopping here. I already realized that after the last video, but I'm keeping going. So, I'll see y'all. It'll be a week or two for you. I haven't decided what to do in terms of like panel video type stuff. It'll be either 1 week or two for you, and it'll be, I guess, about half an hour for me. I'm gonna go watch the next couple episodes. Bye!